What's up, everybody? My name is Nicholas Mays, and I'm here in Montreal at Les Artisans d'Azur to give you a special look at some of the exclusive items that are only available by coming to Beekeling with the Voyage North. The Voyage North is an all-inclusive travel service that allows you to take part in the magical world of Beekeling without some of the complexities required to do it all yourself. If you haven't seen my video that goes into detail about that, you can check that out here. Now, I'm going to take the time to go through all of these amazing items and the incredible artisans who are behind them. I'm talking full sets of armor, daggers, swords, capes, belts, etc. that are all specific to one of the 4 guilds. So, without further ado, I thought we'd start with the biggest pieces first, the armor, and here to help me is Jules. He's one of the merchants of Artisans.
Hey guys!
So what are we looking at here? We have pieces from each of the 4 guilds.
Yeah, we got full sets of armor for every guild in TVN. We got helmets here, chest plates there. As you can see, we also have pauldrons for both sides, full arms, and greaves and sabatons for those pesky leg shots.
Yeah.
We know Biko has plenty of those.
And I can see the subtle details of each piece that plays into the lore of the guild, where like Nova's has the Pegasus wings on the side, whereas Militum has the nice, is it Spartan? What is
I guess you could say that.
Somebody will tell us in the comments that it's actually something else.
They didn't copyright it, so
and that's
they're
okay.
lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did try to incorporate as much as the thematic elements as we could in every helmet, because obviously that's what you see first. Most of the armors have the same base, but then the greaves, the bracers, the helmets, considering these are like parts that do the heavy lifting on the stylization. As you can see with the Pegasus, we incorporated the wings because that's a huge element.
Right.
For the March Wardens, considering you guys are mercenaries, we wanted something rugged, something heavy duty. Militum, of course, considering the split that happened with Ordo Servi and Militum, I want something rugged too, very knightly looking. I guess you could say oathbound, something like that.
Well, and they're rugged, like super durable and super sturdy. I was so surprised at like how thick the leather is and how like real this.
Oh, it needs to take a hit.
Yeah, and it can.
Here at Artisans d'Azur, we wanted to be as durable as possible. We do maintain a lifetime warranty on those, because if you have a rivet that pops off, if you have anything that breaks due to technical constraints, it'd be kind of a shame to like not be able to repair it and go back to fighting. For the materials, we chose 19 ounces leather because that's the thickest, that's what's going to hold everything together.
Right.
And for the metal, we chose aluminum because that's what married weight and durability the most. As you saw at Biko, there's some people that have like full stainless steel armor. Those are really cool, those are really shiny, but those are really heavy.
Yeah, you see them laying on the grass after the battle.
Yeah. Especially with the heat. Try to maximize comfort and minimize constraint on the armor and your body.
Well, it's a huge success because it is super durable, but also like not that heavy. It really isn't. So you can wear it for hours on end as some fights go or some battles go. And the sizing is so well done. I tried this on earlier and it fit my head perfectly. And I don't get that often.
I mean, we were waiting for you, so.
Yeah. In Militum, which is what I'm rocking right now. I just couldn't go away from the red right now, but it fits so well.
We have some standardized sizes. So we go from small to large, sometimes XL for your head size. So it's about like 21 to 24 circumference for your head. Obviously, there's a lot of people that want to join Biko and TVN, but there's a lot of bodies out there, a lot of body shapes. So we try to be as inclusive as possible. There's nothing more frustrating than having your ideal costume in your head, getting to choosing your items and realizing that they don't fit you or not as well as you thought they would. So we try to make them as fitting for everybody as possible.
Yeah, well, that's a great segue into that. These armors that you're seeing here are made for a masculine form, but they do have the same kinds of armor specific to the guilds in a more feminine form. And this is just an example of the shape itself, but it'll look pretty much the same, you know, if you get Ordo or Nova or whatever.
The feminine plates are essentially those, but with this shape. It's more curved. There's place for the chest, but it's essentially the same thing. It's the same finish. It's the same work. It's the same passion that goes into it. So another thing to consider regarding our armors is that these essentially all start from sheet metal, so they're all flat. They're all the same aluminum. We'd have like different finish or whatever.
Right.
Those we make ourselves. You can see that there's some difference in dark tints on the aluminum here. We also developed our own patina specifically for the Survey set to pop that gold out.
Yeah, you can see it like on the rim here, down the side, and then all through.
Just to have these nice little accents. For the March Wardens, it's darker. That's because we didn't exactly use a patina. We blowtorched it to essentially kind of burn the metal and have it get this darker hue.
Yeah.
And I guess it really fits with the
looks
whole
great.
mercenary vibe.
It looks really cool. I also really love how you have incorporated the lore and the specific theme and vibe of each guild into the crafting of the pieces, like Ordo Survey with, you know, their color band around the forehead.
You want to stand out in the battlefield. You want the enemy to be able to say, "Oh, that's Ordo Survey. That's Militum."
Right.
You know.
What brought like you to this end result?
Well, it all started with the Ordo Survey Guild because that was the first one. So we started from there. We did some sketches. There are some iterations that were scrapped, and we ended up with that one. That one's a newer version of previous Order Survey helmet we had.
Really?
We opened up the face a little because earlier it was more of an actual faceplate. It was closer to the March Warden's shape actually than it is to this barbute look.
Yeah, well, you definitely differentiated it from the March Wardens.
In each guild wants to be proud of their heritage and lore.
Right.
So to incorporate that into the armor set, I guess it's a way to celebrate it on the battlefield as well.
I also noticed that the helmets are extremely comfortable. How did you make it to where they are capable of not only protecting your head from spears or whatever, but not being an uncomfortable asset?
Right. You're going to wear those on hours on end, so they need to be breathable as possible while offering the maximum protection possible. For the lining, we went with 2-3 ounces leather to just pad the bottom of it and have a lace run through it. That way you can adjust it to your head. If your eyes are higher or lower, you can simply tighten or loosen the padding. That way you'll have it like raise or lower, and you'll be right in the slits. Same for the metal. We use aluminum because you need to minimize the inertia that your neck has to counter with all those hits you're going to get from the spears, from the swords, from the arrows.
Well, that's awesome. That's great. So that was all of the armor, and now it is time to move on to the capes. All right, these are the 4 guild capes. You can see in various size and shape. We have the 2 Ordo Survey and March Wardens, which are in a side cape fashion with. They come with the, is it a triangle?
Yeah, we call those Y-shaped harnesses.
And they're really nice because they're lined with a sort of a cotton blend on the inside. Brown for Ordo Survey and then black for the March Wardens. Same to fit with the different Y-shaped harnesses.
And over here we have the capes for Nova Vitae and Militum. For those two, we went with more of a mantle style. Here we had a hood for the rain. And for Militum, we went with more of an officer style cape. We didn't put in the lining because we wanted to maximize breathability, but they're just as good to protect you from the rain and the elements.
And the other cool thing about the March Warden cape is it is actually a part of the sort of rewards program that you get added to when you get involved with TVN or the Voyage North. This, whenever you come with the Voyage North for 3 years, this is your 3rd year gift when coming with the March Wardens. So, and there are more of those kinds of gifts as you, for the other guilds that I'll get into later. Without further ado, we'll go to my favorite part, the fighting. And there's no better way to enter the battle than with a guild-specific weapon. So we have 4 swords, both perfect for 1 and 2 hand, and they're each specific to one of the 4 Voyage North guilds, as well as 3 daggers that we'll get into in a second. But all of these are made by Nemesis, right? And you guys have actually been partnering with Nemesis for a while now, right?
Yeah, we've been working together for the past 20 years to better the LARP environment here in Quebec. We have plenty of projects that were collaborative in nature, and now we are merged, so we are one entity. We now have a shop at Saint-Élie-de-Caxton near Bicoline. Instead of only having the spot here in Montreal, we also have one on the way to Saint-Mathieu-du-Parc. So if you don't happen to come by Montreal, you can always stop there. Considering we were both teams of people that were really passionate about LARP, about the entire scene, about the community surrounding it, it seemed a given that eventually we were bound to merge together and make a common front.
Well, you did in such a great time because these weapons are incredible. Like, they are not only, they look great, they feel great. And I know from past experiences how durable they are and how like long lasting, even in the heat of Bicoline battles that can get, you know, really big and really hard at sometimes, they hold up. And at the same time looking gorgeous, absolutely stunning. This is the March Warden one, which obviously I'm a bit biased to, even though I'm wearing Militarum, as I said before. This is my baby, and what a good looking sword it is. All of them look incredible.
It needs to be if you want to leave your mark, if you want to be the one that stands out.
Right.
But they also need to be, as you said, durable, but also very safe, because I mean, we are hitting people with those. So they are usually on the softer end, because you wouldn't want to knock out someone on the field, even though they have armor. So I know things can get a little rough sometimes.
Right.
It is fighting, but it's also a game. So we want as least injuries as possible, and that way everybody can have the fun they deserve.
Well, and once again, they're all very specific to the guilds. You know, Nova's has the Pegasus. You have the sort of stag antler on both the Militarum and the Ordo. And I really like these two because in the lore, Militarum and Ordo Cervi sort of split off in a civil war, but they're still kind of cut from the same cloth. So the color changes, but they're still very much the same sword as they are kind of the same people. There are also daggers, 3 of them to be exact. And these 3, along with the March Warden cape that I showed earlier, are part of the sort of 3-year reward system that the Voyage North has. So if you come with Militarum for 3 years, you get this dagger. Nova, you get this one. Also has the sick Pegasus. And then same with Ordo. And I especially like the Ordo dagger and sword because it looks like a sword made
from an antler.
An antler, yeah, super sick. But these are also really well weighted, just like the swords, and just high quality in general. I'm super impressed.
So yeah, we do have the daggers for each guild. You might know that there's no March Warden yet.
Yeah,
I
what's up
know
with
that they're very close to your heart. But we're working on that. It's just a shame that we couldn't have it today.
Yeah.
But it's definitely coming with, it will be here for the GB.
Okay, cool.
I promise.
And hopefully for this video, before it comes out, we'll at least have a picture of it that can go right here.
We'll hope, fingers crossed.
Yeah, hope, fingers crossed. If not, I don't know what we'll put there. So I'm very excited to see what comes with the March Wardens one. But
I'm not saying anything.
Oh yeah, oh, so you know. Last, but certainly not least, we have guild-specific accessories. So we have belts of the various guilds. We have belt favors for the belts, and then tinkered decorations for your hydration.
Next up, we do have some guild pouches, which do bear every single guild's logo for your various solars and items. And we do have the canteens here because, as you say in TVN, hydrate or dihydrate.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Because we wouldn't want you dying on the battlefield.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, maybe like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you're interested in purchasing any of these items, if you're in TVN, or you're interested in joining TVN, you can check the description below. Also, keep up with me at the Nicholas Mays on Instagram.
And if you want to keep up with what we do here at Artisans d'Azur, the event we take part in, or the projects we do, you can follow us on Instagram at Artisans d'Azur or on our Facebook page.
Until next time.